Hello, welcome back to the Co-opcast. I'm Ksenia Riasnianskaia and I will be your host for this episode. Today's guest is Jacobo Fe Gismera from Spain. Hello, Jacobo.
Hello, you pronounced my name very well, actually.
Wow, thank you. Jacobo getting his master's degree from UCLA in screenwriting and TV writing. He moved in the Co-op at February 19th. As far as I know, Jacobo has a wide experience in living and studying abroad. Could you tell us, please, a few words about your international living experience in different countries? And also, why did you decide to move in the United States and choose to live in the Co-op?
All right, thank you very much for the question. Well, the truth is that since I was 12, my dream has been always like getting an Oscar as a screenwriter. So the best place where to get it, or at least to pursue that dream, it was Los Angeles. But at the moment, I was finishing my undergrad studies that are business administration, law, and a minor in filmmaking. So before moving to LA, I wanted to finish my studies in my home country, in Spain. But at the same time, I always had the desire to travel, to discover the world. Also, as a writer, it's very important for me to find inspiration and dealing with different cultures, different environments. That's where I can get ideas, meet new people, and discover new perspectives or ways to understand life that then I can put on the page when I write. That's why in 2016 I was an exchange student in Italy, in Venice, Italy. Don't confuse with Venice, California.
Cool. Sounds great.
Yeah, because many people here get confused. And it was a very nice experience for me, honestly. And since then, honestly, I never stopped like traveling. After that, I was lucky enough to get an important national scholarship. So I had the chance to work as a content creator, writer, marketing strategies, and well, besides that, I did some modeling as well. It's also when my career as a model started in India. And honestly, I love so much the experience in India. It's still my favorite country between all I've been. So exotic, so different. It's really like being in a different planet. But it's a place of contrast, and you love it or hate it. In my case, I really love India. I spent there 5 months. After that same year, we are talking about 2017, I decided to keep being in Asia. So I had the chance to be an exchange student in Thailand. And in Thailand, I keep working and improving my career as a model, and also did different jobs as a linguistic translator to Spanish and little jobs. And after that, my big opportunity came. I complete all my studies as soon as I came back to Spain in 2018, and I decided that it was the moment to do the big move, come to LA and try to get my always desired dream. So I was very proud and happy to obtain a Fullbright scholarship in cinematic arts from the U.S. Spain Fullbright Commission. And then I could move to the U.S., where I started working actually as a nanny. I was a lead nanny. That's a very funny anecdote, actually, for a few months before I get officially the scholarship, because I always need to find a way where to work to deal my studies, my experience, and while working. So because since I was a teenager, I always personally assume my expenses, both living and educational. That's why also, then when I get the Fulbright, I discovered the Co-op. That is the main point of this place, because it's a place where I can work and live for an affordable price. And it was the ideal place where to move with my scholarship. That was in 2018. Then in 2019, I got another national scholarship from Spain. So I had the chance to follow my studies also in the US at UCLA while living at the Co-op.
Oh, that sounds really great. You should be very proud of yourself. That's cool, actually. Good job. Good job. Yeah, thank you so much. So all the members living here must dedicate some time to the co-op and must make their quarter projects QPH. So what was your quarter project? Like, could you tell me please about one QPH that you liked most of all, or you want to do something in future?
Yeah, actually, it was. I think the initiative of these projects is very nice. It's very beautiful because at the end, the concept of the COP is like you well said, is a place where you can work, you
Yeah.
develop your social skills, and you contribute to the harmony of the place where you live in. If not, you will go to an apartment if you just want to be in your own. But this is a place where to socialize, even in times of COVID.
Yeah.
And my quarterly project actually was that when before my girlfriend left, that we all missed, not just me, because she was a great contributor to the COP, our old Veggie crew chief, Julia Harheis. And we did a couple video that with another person that has like a quarterly project that is like the Co-opels. Nobody says well the name, but actually it's the Co-opels, something like that. Is Rohan. Rohan made this project with other people like Mojo, Lauren. I think Will also contribute. And what with Julia, we did a project to show how the COP actually is a place where people can find love,
Oh, yeah.
and that you yourself you can also talk for yourself. It's a
Yeah.
nice place where to interact and find let's say nice people from from I mean from a love perspective is a nice place where to interact.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And also at the COP, everybody must do their chore shifts, like 4 hours per week. Could you tell me, please, about your chore shifts experience? What shifts did you do, and what do you like about it, or you don't like about it?
Okay, so in the original times when I moved to the COP, everybody had to start at the kitchen at first for a few weeks. It was very intense because actually they always told me, "Oh, you, the guy with the Superman T-shirt, clean the dishes." And there was a bunch of people. Much new people don't understand how it was, but before kitchen was hard, really hard, and I was like, "Okay, now whip, now do this," and I was always happy and I get along with the chef, so I started in the kitchen. Then eventually, I was requested by who was by then the assistant of the security crew chief, that it was Pedram. He asked me if I wanted to enroll the security crew chief, like I was that big guy and it could be a good fit. So, and I did the interview through who was by then the security crew chief, that it was Tom. And Tom decided to hire me for the security crew shift. And since then, I've been always in the security crew shift. Um, and that's I've been changing different times, but I've been always in the security crew shift since then.
Do you like it? Do you like this?
Yes, I actually it's a position I like, and for me it's perfect for my schedule. I think one of the nicer things of the COP is that somehow you always can find like an activity that we cannot say that you like to work, but somehow it's an activity that you feel okay with doing, and also it fits very well for the schedule of each of the coppers. I mean, in my case, honestly, the time that I'm currently working, it fits very well for me.
Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds good. Do you have expectations of what you want to do after graduation? Like, do you see your career path?
Yes, actually, in my ideal life for the future, I like to stay a bit more at the COP, maybe 1 2 years, because I like to take some further studies, some specializations. But at the same time, like my visa is coming to an end. My visa is coming to an end, and I'm applying for an O1 visa.
Oh,
Uh, for technically, it's called for exceptional aliens in their field, but basically, it's for artists or people who somehow have some potential career, somehow remarkable. And I already started the process with the lawyer, and when my visa comes to an end, that I'm right now doing my academic training, that is a kind of OPT, but through a J1 visa, an F1. Uh, Once it comes to an end, I like to get the O1 visa so I have the permit to work in the States as a screenwriter, author, or something similar.
yeah, that sounds good. So, are you working right now for your OPT, like for company, or how it goes?
Yes, for the academic training, under the supervision of UCLA, I'm doing like right now. I'm actually developing a TV pilot for a Hollywood studios, for a studio here in LA. We've been working honestly for the last 6 months on it. It's gonna be finished for Christmas. It could be, luckily, if everything works well, could be the first green light produced project that I get. And I've been working really closely with the producer every week. At the same time, I'm doing other three internships. Sorry, at the same. I'm doing four in total. I'm doing for the production company that I was talking. Then I'm also doing for two literary agencies. One that is in Texas, but I can do remotely because of COVID, and another one that is a very big company. I'm the literary agent assistant. And then finally, and I'm also like a script reader for the famous festival called Slam Dance. That is very famous between screenwriters, not to anybody else. But I've been like a reader and evaluator.
Great. Sounds really great. And do you have any other activities that you really like besides screenwriting?
Yes, I honestly, well, for me, I really love going to the gym, fitness, and I really, in both sides, I really like it because it's for me a healthy activity that helps me to release any kind of stress or overwhelming that I can accumulate during the day. And also on the other side, of course, because of my career as a model, I need to be in shape. So the gym contributes to that activity, but it's something that I actually enjoy doing during my leisure time. And I really love history and reading. Actually, reading history is probably one of my favorite activities. It's still linked to my labor as a screenwriter because I mostly write historical fiction. But for me, reading history, I really, really love it. And I have a bunch of books. I could, if I show you my bookshelf, is always full of books. Honestly, I am always buying new books. And then, of course, I love spending time with the people I like. Let's say my friends and even my girlfriend Julia. And I love, of course, watching movies because watching movies is basically my field and what I love most.
Wow, that sounds great. Thank you so much, Jacobo. Thank you so much for very interesting conversation. That's it for today. Thank you for being with us. Co-opcast as COOP, University Cooperative Housing Association, is run by students and for students. If you like the idea of the cooperative living, join us and feel like home. Stay involved, stay connected, stay safe. Our website, www.uchaonline.com. Bye and happy holidays.
Bye-bye.